All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, now let us do again. I know some of the students are used to it. Hey, let's say cha. Cha. HEMDA munye. Hey. Aha. All right, I want everyone to repeat the same thing, okay? Good. Let's say cha. Cha. Centroses munye. Hey. Hey, HEMDA munye. Hey. Mediative munye. Hey. All right, so this is the poem we have for you, and it goes like this. Na hakilo baka. Wawato nka finti katasi loka. Nka beroli sika, nka boring, nka bulol kosi. Enjoying the show like never before. Ni mon kamol piri para. Mbida nyato kamurung wanyamo koma. Nka wuri nyola in never ending rhythm. Nyamato hey. Yode. Nyamato hey. Yode. Na alfalu se finte. Isafo molye hey. Al nilibula. I was thinking that they are helping. Isafo molye ko. Fal malon ni munyamato ultiba. Fal malon ni mankendi yabang. Nisal baramanole de. Hey. Nisal fa nole de. La ilaha illallah. Ni misono mo mafuta. Isafo koning abaritale. When I sit and think of this kasi kakumbo odora nagabulanto. Sometimes I ask myself, Mia Sabo, Ganin Kenyam Hadamadino. His thoughts were jumbled, his emotions raw, a tempest brew inside, and he could not pass. And he could not pass. And he could not pass.
His thoughts were clouded. His heart was buried. His heart was buried.
His emotions raw.
His mind was dead. His voice was low, but people hear so loud. The street, his humble home. Under the bridge, his bed.
Under the bridge, my bed. Li, luñ ma def la. Wala li, luma adina def. Enu samay sagar wutale mbedda. Luma fay fekk sentuma ko won. Way da ko jappé natu yalla. Way mbedda du suñ place. Na xel terewul ñun duñ ay nit. Ma nga ñaan pour mu yërem ñu. Ndax li du suñ place. Sentuñ ko won. Parce que santu ñun wama ko won. His mind in a storm, barefooted, he walks in the scorching sun. But wait a minute, he did not want to run mad, no way. But his feet swayed, his feet stumbled, his heart swayed. The people whispered, and the parent sighed. He is someone's father.
And she is someone's mother.
Likewise, a sister and a brother. They should be given equal treatment in the society.
It is just a mental challenge,
which makes them mental disorder. We thank you all for your time.
Thank you so much. I want a bigger round of applause for St. Teresa's. That was an amazing poem. That was a touching poem. Listening to the words, you could connect them to the work that HEMDA is doing. And of course, it's an amazing poem. Okay. I think the next speaker we should have should be from the Councillor of Abuko to welcome your people. Mr. Councillor, you're welcome. You know, I would like to say some little words about this man here. He played an immense part in us getting this place. He stood for us, tooth and nail, to be able to get this place. And of course, I would like to thank him on behalf of everyone present and from HEMDA for your great work in enabling us to acquire this place. Thank you so much, Mr. Councillor. You're welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I welcome you all to Abuko Health Center, where we have Lord HEMDA and their group to be part of us to steer the development of this nation. When HEMDA approached me some time back, the President Maimuna, I promised them that inshallah we will accommodate them here so that they can carry on their good work that they are doing to the society and the people of the Gambia. That indicates it was a dream, and today I can say is a dream come true. HEMDA are here to stay with us to steer the affairs of the nation. As they stood for the mentally ill people, we feel that as a nation, we need to stand by each other to give support to one another so that we can move this nation forward. For that being the case, when they approach me, I feel that we have a space where we can accommodate them and work together hand in glove for the development of our nation. As a councillor, the development of my people is my concern, and therefore I believe HEMDA, inviting them here will add value to the effort that we are doing. So HEMDA, you are welcome to Abuko, and Abuko Health Center, where you are lodged. We have a lot of development plans that we need to do here, and I believe standing side by side with you, we will achieve a lot. So on behalf of the Alcalo of Abuko, the Imam of Abuko, the community elders, the VDC members, we welcome you here in Abuko. You haven't started yet. We have seen the impact that the dividend is paying, because as you can see, the structures are well painted. This is the first activity that HEMDA has contributed to the development of our community. So I therefore commend you very well, and the people of Abuko are happy to have you here. And inshallah, we will work together to steer the development of this nation. I thank you all, and I welcome you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Councillor. Of course, we are indeed glad to have some of these people in our midst. HEMDA needs such people, people that will listen to us anytime we call. We need people that will be there for us when we need things like this. It doesn't stop here. Our wish is not to have only an office. No, that's not my wish. I don't want to sit here and be on computers. I want to be out there changing lives and livelihoods. I want to be on the streets taking care of people that do not have anyone to stand for them. Today I am ready, and I am ready to fight for people living with mental disabilities. They are the most outcast people in our society, I would say. Absolutely no one is taking care of them. No one. Like, I don't see anyone standing for people that has mental disabilities. But of course, thank God we are here. HEMDA is here. Each and every one of you having someone at home with mental disabilities, please count on us. We are here to help them, and we are ready to fight tooth and nail to make sure these people are living a good life. I thank you all and of course acknowledge your presence. I am indeed glad I've seen honorable National Assembly members, and I hope one day they will stand for us and speak about HEMDA. This little association is here for change. And I want you, our National Assembly members, to carry our message. Carry it to the higher heights, to any level you can reach. And I thank you again for your presence. The next on the list of speakers, I would like to invite our representative from the Abuko Health Post here. You know, this is a health post actually. This is the Abuko Health Post, and I'll invite our boss to come and give us his welcoming remarks. A round of applause for him, please. Welcome, my boss.
Good afternoon. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you all to Abuko Health Center. I would want to rectify that we are a health center, not a health post. On behalf of the staff of Abuko Health Center, we welcome you all to grace this important initiative. That is HEMDA. The importance of HEMDA cannot be overemphasized, considering the increasing rate in mental disability in this country. Advocating for the mentally disabled, I believe, is one of the most important things the country needs right now. Knowledge is power, and the society is one of the most influential factors, or they are playing the most important role in pushing people into mental disability, isolation, discrimination, like the poet said. We grow up in a community that teaches us that once you are mentally disabled, you are not entitled to any rights. And we need people to speak up for these people, to say, yes, they might be disabled, but they are still entitled to so many things, and they still have so many needs. So we commend HEMDA, and we welcome them. Their efforts are into healthcare, and here is a health center. I think we are just complementing each other's effort in realizing the national interest, which is accessible healthcare to everybody, irrespective of your mental health status. On that note, I would cease, of course, with the permission from Her Excellency May, I would like to highlight and talk to the community of HELDA, the community of Abuko. I want to seize this opportunity to communicate to the community of Abuko. And preferably, I will do this in the local language because we have the Imam, the Alcalo, and so many people from Abuko here. This facility has been in existence for over 2 years, and we render service to the community of Abuko and its surrounding communities. We have highly trained staffs here. We have good quality service here, but yet the turnout is very poor. We are working with the councillor to see how to improve on that. But I'm pleading with the community of Abuko to see this place as their own. It belongs to them. Most of the staffs are coming from afar, coming here to work, and see to it that Abuko as a community and its surroundings have access to quality health care. Leaving it here to go to other facilities, we are increasing burden on them. Why not make use of your own, take care of it, upgrade it, and at the end of the day, you will not need anybody or anywhere to have a quality healthcare services. Okay. From there, like I said, we've been existing for 2 years, and this doesn't go without constraints. However, we have support, despite the support from the councillor, HEMDA, like the councillor alluded, the painting. We still do not have a sustainable water system in this facility. There is no quality healthcare services without cleanliness, and there is no cleanliness without proper supply of water. We have a borehole, we have a tank, but it's dysfunctional, it's not functional. We need and soliciting support from anybody here present, outside, within Abuko, outside Abuko, to come in and support us, get our pumps functional. Meter, electricity, they have a standby generator. It's not because of NAWEC, but because we share a meter. And the meter is about 100 meters away from this place. Sometimes we run out of supply, electric current, not knowing that it's the cash power. We would be here for a long time without knowing that the cash power has run out. And 3 institutions are using the same meter. We are soliciting support from anybody that can step in to help us correct those issues. Of course, looking around, you can see the place is accessible from every end, and you could see the environment, security, for not only the staffs, but the service consumers. We are soliciting support from anybody that has the power, means, and the will to help complement the efforts of the government by fencing this place and thereby contributing to our civic responsibility as individuals or citizens of this country. I don't believe on relying on the government to do it all, and I have no doubt that we have able individuals among us here and others outside that can do everything that is listed out here as a constraint. On that note, without taking much time, I would thank you all, welcome HEMDA, and challenge them that this association should not just stop here. It has a huge burden on them, and they have a very huge responsibility. I have never seen any association so far that have taken the center stage to advocate for the mentally disabled individuals. And if HEMDA started, we want them to complete their mission, not just to start and end without completing the mission. That's a challenge, Your Excellency, and I thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Indeed, it's a huge speech from him. If you look at the difficulties we are facing, because I will now say we, it's not they. If they have problems with electricity, we will share the problem. If they have issues with security, we will share the issues. If they have any problem here, we are here to share it with them. So I would like to say we, as all of us. You have something to say again? Sorry, sir. Yes. Do I need to apologize on your behalf?
Yes. Let me apologize on my own. I'm sorry. I said earlier on I was going to communicate to the people of Abuko in local language. Okay? Yes. So, mbemi mfoka, lafta ko kome Abuko ko luyalonko, sanji fula ko man ni lafta no loteja. And amal lo fenka mafoke jaralo sambana Abuko ko liye fongol sinkono. So, ajakalo warani Abuko ko bala Abuko kata faji kudla kata ola facilities. It's not bad, but filming be fong sinkono ya mako ya willing ya support ya motivate. Ye la sembo be dia la pro soma sininga se long way fong ye. Ita sula de marola from anywhere dawdala ngamo kumaya tabaken. Mafla Abuko ko le ko. Jamu ital ntol nara do ko drone la yamal sindo drone bentol kam. At the end of the day ntol katale bari loktano ka tujanna. And momo be Abuko ja isalon ko jamu italti. Ye fen no isa sambanona sula ko le bi jamili alon ko siata kansulo ye lonne ko nga fotu akoto yamen na fenso bolo kurango wol be un problem wol but mba kata ko ke kana pour que alkalo ni MP the women leaders musuka nyaton ko lu ke ka nyaton ko dinding ka nyaton ko pour ni yemin nen kansulo bo ka ta konol and kansulo ha ma ko ro sembo wara bata ndale side bodo e slogan atelen de ma fonga institute nga alondije so be pour kaji tadi mo la kombi janne mo li alon kombi janne so be nyin palaso use la ka pale ko jamal lo tanol di ndol bi jam bari yabal sindo mbodro na dal to leja na ta jaral nyin wala mbadi la and mo la kata milita la do to le bi jam to ande fon bota faji kunda la kanaja so ni bota je kana faji kunda it's like you are going to me and the bijan so is na no jan yela jaralo so that you go home. And the moderator did not, how to call it, introduce me. My name is Usman Dabo. Okay, I go by the name Usman Dabo, the officer in charge of Abuko Health Center. I'm sorry for this delay.
Okay, thank you very much, Usman. Thank you for those wonderful remarks. Assalamu alaikum. I just have to come again. My initial mission was to welcome the gathering to Abuko. I just want to elaborate a bit on the history of this place so that the people will know how it all started about. And I also would like to do it in the local language so that people will understand. Okay, just assalamu alaikum. Be jama mo be konton na gal bismillah abuko na health center do. Ni health center community initiative lem me alon ko na council o num membe mar je ward pika jallo 2016 2015 wato kono atele masa kunda dani kafo ko abuko kol solata jata kende bundala le ba wotu mon na mol ka batal e kata damento wala faji kunda banjulunding bundung aninga nyo kotawol abuko kol mal loptano sotono nata masa kunda dani kafo mfanambe sula la mfansu loptano lale based on executive directives then inatafo si loptano lo jang. But Kabrin 2016 construction of Banda, Loptano Ning Amon Fonson, Abenunjang, for 2018, 2016 bring change of government Keda Abejang among operate. So Beji Mbeo Nyama Tinyaro Sembo Warata Ko Usman Yafo Nyame security wise among first, Tinyar Jama Ketajang. Boholo benunja na be fonson kan ye masimo sunya ye invader sunya fonyon samana da fonyo tankol boy di ABT wo kole akobem buljang akawol fonu angale counto beje 2021 bring change of government kedan nata masa kunda dani kote ke kaje ko lobitano si boten asiyeleno 2021 president onata la hidodi même mun sitting president Adama Barrow ka foko nin election o botala na gagnete abayela January 2022 masakunda nata jayele bar hansa en hamomo menti jara kende jara lo asiri mo si soto jam mo soto no o dalilo kamala HEMDA fana nata nate welcome kaje ko ningam blodi nyola ning HEMDA bawo man sata beke no la nye bar ningam blodi nyola be ku jama keno lam fayele o dalilo kamala wala nga HEMDA fana bismillah jang inata ye kata ku folo ke ngam fono angale ka ka pentro ke ni be kujama kaja kan be menkeno la pour kaja yirwande hanna tara man sa kundala ma ko man futa man tol fangosi menkeno faye o dalilo kamala wala tan nga HEMDA bismillah be bunda ko tawol fana konkon kanne ko Usmane afo nyame menu si ma ko rodi non fensi rola karola giola karola ani ma ko ko tawol ay même fo courant fana bunda sabale be ni mitani siakam nga skulo so to janne nga dulado fanan soto me alon ko ni rukia centale be je wala kila la sunna jaralo wala ka kewoto abebe ni loptano la kenola kono oto dalilo kamala juve labe dawda makoy bulak babe dawda mbal dan la makoy rola fo ni na hamomo menti jata kende asiru mo asi soto no je nyame wala mo kibaro de lakta ka même futande molma mandika kamoto ala baraka bay.
Thank you so much once again, Mr. Chancellor. This one. Okay, thank you so much. That's noted. I would like to say this in Mandinka. Ego ijati na ejia ega bunyale. Honorable Councillor, thank you so much. Namara bunya nyen sa kanyan talede. Namuni tanding fen lao kan. So me bunya la me kontana Abuko call fanang I am sorry mandiga kangofo. Kabringa program o start kabrin sang. Mbanyol bijan ne mama nyol bijan mili alam ko alama manta be manta tubab karamala. So mbal konton nan tolle HEMDA kafo minka mol mako milie sonda mo kurang sodo adong bin nata janna Abuko pour kan na place o yele mimo ñu ko fi sot bitu say wo malla fe ni nata Abuko ni nga mo jemi yalon ko sonda mo kurang bala ngani ni ka bona min dole sa fa nya yabe janala de bari ko ma dula sodo ba sambala dame ñil mu kumo letin tol malla fe kam moy ko tanke ni mo sodo mi sonda mo kurang sodo pour na jam bonna ya fon toli ndanga kaadila sodo suwo kono bari ma manan kunnode aldam ma ko elaba tol bole de ma kan tol nata jang walla nyaaje nga jana be bulana je nata Abuko jam lafta dulal lan so kunno dame lafta dulal lan sa se sino damen ni mole nyomo nga kacha nga nyo faham back. Okay, from there we would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Mawat Mbai. Of course, he has been someone very supportive and a father figure to many of us in the association. And of course, Mr. Habib Young from Banjul, our special advisor. Your advice have been immense. Of course, we appreciate that also. And so many other people in the gathering. HEMDA is not only comprising of young people like me. We have 8 people that always advise us. One like Maimuna, one like Mami, my mother, one like Auntie Claudine. You can see her seated. That's how she is always sitting for us. Anywhere we go, Auntie Claudine is there. Anywhere we go, Auntie Claudine is there. The other time we crossed at Bara, we spent the whole night at Bara with her. Can you imagine? Someone having a family, leaving her family behind to stand for people with mental health. I wish every one of us from today we will put in some efforts to make life better for people with mental disabilities. Please, that's a plea for me. And of course, like the representative from the health, from Abuko Health Center said, you have challenged us, my brother. We are HEMDA. Even if my people are slagging behind, I promise you that we will be there. Anytime you call on us, we will be there. I am still a student, of course, and I would like to work with you. Someday I can be posted here. Imagine being posted here and working here. It will be an amazing feeling, right? You want an energetic nurse like me? Maybe someday you will see me here. And next on the line, I would like to invite a special guest from Tanka Tanka. What is mental health without Tanka Tanka in this country? When you say mental health, you know it's Tanka Tanka. And of course, I would like to invite Mr. Lamin Barrow, my boss. He is the matron at Tanka Tanka. Yesterday I called him, day before yesterday I called him. He told me, my brother, you can relax. When you say mental health in the Gambia, you say, the first thing that comes to your mind is Tanka Tanka. Because this is the only place that people can run to. And over the years, we have been working with him and his institution, Tanka Tanka. Sometimes we have food to give out. We have, anytime we go on the streets, the remaining food that we give to people with mental disabilities, we take it to Tanka Tanka. He always welcomes us with open arms. Tobaski, Christmas, and anytime that we have things to give out, we always go to him. He said, my brother, don't worry, tomorrow I will be there. And anything you assign me to do, I will be able to do it. He has vast knowledge on mental health, and I want him to share a little bit of that knowledge with this gathering. You're welcome, Mr. Barrow. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Vincent. Your credit hour is not wasted when Vincent is behind the microphone. And I will say a good afternoon to all of you present here, dignitaries from the high table. I can't do justice without commending Mr. Ba and Maimuna. They are the two dignitaries I sit next to, or I would say I sat next to because I already left the table. And the presence of the students here also cannot be oversighted. But from everyone, I said, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to everybody, your name and title, I said good afternoon. It is a high privilege for people like Franka Franka being invited here. What I want you to understand first is HEMDA. What does it mean? You can see it there. Help the mentally disabled association. These people are not just that name. I'm a living witness to their effort. What he is saying is just the tip of an iceberg, what HEMDA does for me. In person, I mean. I represent Tangatanga, every staff and every other patient or any individual who works as a caregiver for people with mental illness at Tangatanga. I represent them here today. This is why I said, HEMDA, what they have done for me as a person. I represent that hospital and I want me to be seen as that hospital. This is why I say so. There was a time, there was a moment we are struggling, we are challenged, like the previous speaker have said, the OIC of the hospital, that the government does not do it all because there are so many institutions in the Gambia. And in all those institutions, there are functionalities. And in every functionality, there is a representative. And those representations are never in function in the absence of finance. Finance sometimes have to be coming from the backbone of individuals in relation to the beneficiary of the service. And who are those people? The OIC had made mention of, Abuko people. If you are the custodians of these people, this venue, this environment, this service, you have to embrace it. Why I fetch and give Abuko as an incentive of a host to this is I am connecting HEMDA to Tangatanga. On the administration side, there are challenges. One time, I was so tense. I was so much challenged with the service. The government service was limited and it comes at a later impact, a date that I cannot hold onto. I called my sister. My Dirianke, I called her. If she sees my call, I think she was going to run away from it, like any other person do, like myself. He is too much. He's asking so much. You put the call down or you ignore it. No, Maimuna does not. When he picks my call, I said, Maimuna, and he said, Lamin, what do you want? She always said that. And this time around, when I was so tense, I said, Maimuna, my firewood is out of stock. You know what was her response? How much do you need? And I said, how much can you offer? Because it's a fire service truck filled as my firewood supply. But what she brought, I wish this was a board presentation. You should have seen it because I kept record of everything. She brought me a half pickup full of firewood. And surprisingly, it was not tomorrow is coming. Now, I called him in the morning when I reached and I was told the firewood was exhausted. That moment, I stood at the kitchen and called my Mona. Before the breakfast was done with the leftover firewood, lunch firewood was cooked with the firewood my Mona brought. I am not saying so because Maimuna is here. That was a one-time supplement of credit. Number two, this time I did not call to make a request. We had an organization program, and he saw me on the media like a day of today, and he said, you were talking about some challenges. Can I come in? And I said, this time around, what can you do? He said, give me a list. You see how ready this lady is. She said to me, Lamin, give me a list. And I consulted my petty cash provisions, and I gave her a list. And this time around, it is not a list that comes in a week, a list that comes in a month. It comes in the following day. And he said, Lamin, he keeps calling. I made a demand, I should make a follow-up. No, Maimuna is the one calling me and telling me, are you there? Is this time convenient for you? Can I send in a driver this time? Because I am crossing over to go to SL tomorrow, so I'm preparing with my team. But the driver is coming. When are you available? And I close at 16:30 as a nursing officer, but I overstayed. because a hand of help was coming from a reliable source, not just a source, a reliable source. So that alone is a credit hour given to you, HEMDA, because Memuna represents you. You have a leader to be proud of. And Vincent, your reputation can never be oversighted. Thank you for being the IPRO. I commend you as well for your good follow-up, but I know it comes from Maimuna. You have a president like her, you will be of subsistence. And we talk about mental health. Everyone here is not immune to mental health. When WHO defined health, they said without or not in the absence of physical, psychological, and mental health. This is why one time in 2010 to 2015, we made what? A theme of mental health called "There is no health without mental health." People don't understand. They think when you are sick, you go to Tanka Tanka, that's the time you are sick.